little bit of job here. I started buying and selling stuff. Basically educated myself.
In 2023, Pawn Stars stopped airing on the History Channel, leaving its fans shocked and completely puzzled. Everyone was speculating what might have happened, and many signaled a loss of business, Rick's legal troubles, and many other controversial theories. However, the truth was never revealed until now. Rick Harrison, the owner of the Gold and Silver Pawn Shop in Las Vegas, Nevada, has finally broken the silence on the real reason why the show stopped airing, and the reasons are much more shocking than you might have anticipated. But before we get into that, let's talk about how a pawn shop became a global sensation in no time, turning the owners into millionaires and subsequently awarding them with celebrity status. We all know and love the Pawn Stars, be it the humor of the old man, the cuteness of Chumley, or the strict yet informative demeanor of Rick. But in the start, it was just the old man and Rick Harrison who came up with the idea of a pawn shop and turned it into a massively successful business. In the early 1980s, the Harrison family opened a gold and silver coin buying and selling business. The initiative took flight, and quickly enough, their business started turning a handsome profit. However, they always wanted more. Therefore, in 1989, Richard Harrison and his son, Rick Harrison, came up with the idea of expanding the business and getting into the world of pawning. At the time, getting a license for a pawn shop was not easy because the issuance was limited. But in 1989, after a long wait, the father and son duo finally acquired the license, and they opened the shop on Las Vegas Boulevard, just 2 miles away from the Vegas Strip. Since then, the shop started to become a major spot for anyone who wanted to get a quick buck in exchange for their precious things. And in return, Rick and the old man made a good amount in interest over the loans they lent. After 2 decades, in 2009, Rick Harrison turned another one of his dreams into a reality by turning his shop into a reality TV show that could be enjoyed by families. Given his immense knowledge of history, wars, artifacts, and science, the show was definitely going to be a hit, and this was a chance that he always wanted to take. Set in the bustling city of Las Vegas, Nevada, his show revolved around the daily operations of the gold and silver pawn shop. Rick always had a sharp eye and an encyclopedia of knowledge, making him the face of the show. In every episode, he made deals and interacted with customers who brought in fascinating things, and Rick broke down the history of those objects. In each episode, the negotiation process, historical context, and sometimes even the restoration of these highly precious and valuable antiquities were shown to the world. Moreover, the rare antiques, classic cars, peculiar artifacts, old guns, jewelry, and most importantly, pop culture and sports memorabilia made the show extremely addictive. Everyone loved watching the show because the items were just impossible to come by in daily life. I mean, the show featured the infamous Lincoln Penny, the Ford Bronco of O.J. Simpson, and even the BMW of the legendary hip-hop rapper Tupac Shakur. All of these things stored a historical significance and a lot of controversy attached, and these factors made it all the more appealing to the general audience. However, the appeal did not only lie in these fascinating items that came through the shop. The personalities of the cast, their witty exchanges, business arguments, disagreements, and classic banter made it a wholesome family show. Rick, the old man, Corey Big Hoss Harrison, and Austin Chumley Russell were the stars of the show. Each moment they shared made every episode a memorable one, giving the viewers a sense of relatability and uncut entertainment. Their interactions often highlighted the generational differences in business approaches, as well as personal values, adding depth to the legendary series. Soon after its inception, Pawn Stars became an instant hit. The show offered a behind-the-scenes look at the pawn industry, helping everyone understand the intricacies of the business and teaching them what it takes to run an establishment that deals in such rare items. At the same time, it offered a great source of historical information and general knowledge, making it all the more captivating. Paired with the entertaining mode they recorded every episode in, the Pawn Stars was the perfect family show to watch. Being a one-of-a-kind show at the time, everyone who was in the pawn business and other businesses got the idea of a new way of increasing their popularity. Quite literally, the Pawn Stars motivated others to get into the showbiz world and make their own shows, like Count's Customs and many others. But Pawn Stars had always sustained its OG status, And the heights of success the Harrison family's business touched are evidence of it. Because of that, several spin-off shows were made. There were international versions, and the whole pawn industry saw a huge boom following their success. Needless to say, Rick Harrison and his gold and silver pawn ship left an everlasting legacy through its blend of history, humor, and human interest. That is why they are considered and remembered as a beloved staple of reality television. Although they were at the peak of success, trouble started to come their way slowly, and nobody knew that this would result in their end, at least on television. In 2012, the Pawn Stars got into a nasty legal dispute along with A&E Networks and the History Channel. And Wayne Jeff, the manager of the show's stars, filed a lawsuit claiming that his role had been diminished over time and led to a dismissal. The tensions increased between Jeff and the network. It was also revealed that back in 2012, the network decided to launch a spin-off of the show titled Cajun Pawn Stars. Rick and his team were completely unaware of this, and when they got to know about it, the tension between Jeff and Rick only blazed on. According to Jeff's lawsuit, he was fired from the show after this, and he alleged that ever since the Pawn Stars became celebrities, they treated those who were pivotal to their success with no respect and ultimately pushed them aside. But this wasn't all. Just a few years later, Chumley also got in a significant bit of trouble, leading to him being more absent from the show. In 2016, his house in Las Vegas was raided after a former employee of the pawn shop made sexual assault allegations against him. During the raid, the officers found illegal weapons, drugs, cocaine, and other illegal substances, leading to his immediate arrest. He was later charged with 20 felony counts, out of which he pleaded guilty to the firearm charges and misdemeanor drug offenses. He was offered a plea agreement, and because of his cooperation, he was reprimanded to probation. The silver lining for him was that after a long and tiring litigation battle, the sexual assault charge was dropped because there wasn't enough evidence to support the claim. Up until 2019, Chumley was on probation, marking a significant phase in his efforts to move past the legal issues and rebuild his reputation. After that, he mended his ways and got better, regained his reputation, and along with that, repaired his personal life back to normal. It's clear that with fame comes a whole lot of trouble, and for Chumley, the cost he had to pay in exchange for fame was a hefty one. Apart from these factors, in 2018, the family patriarch, also known as the Old Man, passed away due to Parkinson's disease. This was a particularly difficult time for the whole family, as well as the whole business, and forced a ton of changes, both off-screen and on-screen. The chemistry just wasn't there in the show anymore, and the fans were left devastated to see the show without the Old Man. But this was not even the biggest problem. The most crucial issue they faced was that the everyday operations of the shop started to be affected negatively, ever since the Old Man passed away, questioning the long-term viability of the business. Fans and critics were quick to notice that the show did not feel like it used to, and the absence of the Old Man was clearly felt. His wisdom, his humor, and the unique presence he held in the show are irreplaceable. But for Rick, losing the business was not an option. He knew that the Old Man's contributions were significant to their success, and to honor his father, Rick continued to work on the shop harder than ever, and at the same time enjoyed the popularity that came with it. But there were a lot more challenges that he had to face. In 2019, the coronavirus pandemic hit the world, affecting businesses severely and forcing them to shut down when things got out of hand. The gold and silver pawn shop also took a huge hit because they attracted thousands of people to the shop daily. Social distancing was mandatory for survival, and since the whole business relied on people coming into the shop to buy, sell, and pawn things, Rick knew that things were going to go down fast. During the shooting of the 17th season in March 2020, the Pawn Stars crew had to halt the production mid-season because COVID was at its peak and the whole entertainment industry was classified as non-essential work. This caused significant disruption to the business as well as their financial situation, resulting in the loss of millions of dollars. The online markets boomed because they required no human interaction, and the foot traffic was literally zero all across the globe. Other pawn shops that had an online presence increased the competition for Rick, and ultimately Rick's business started to report huge losses. According to one report, the gold and silver pawn shop only made somewhere above $3,500 in 2020. whereas their usual revenue per annum exceeded $1 million easily. Consequently, speculation arose that the show could be approaching its conclusion. Initially, the show's success significantly benefited the pawn shop, attracting tourists globally who wanted to visit the store and meet its renowned staff. However, as the novelty faded and new attractions in Las Vegas appeared, the influx of visitors gradually decreased. The store's financial difficulties consequently affected the show's production, increasing uncertainty about its future. A major reason for the show's uncertain future was Rick Harrison's apparent burnout. Rick was crucial to the show's success, known for his deep knowledge, direct approach, and strong negotiating skills, which made him a fan favorite. His expertise and charisma were central to the show's appeal, creating a unique dynamic that resonated with viewers. Rick's role was not just about making deals. He embodied the knowledgeable and direct leading man, unafraid to dive deep into tough negotiations, often providing historical insights that captivated the audience. However, even Rick himself acknowledged that the show's longevity was beyond his wildest dreams. In an interview, he admitted, "All I was hoping for was a season or two, so everything that has happened is beyond expectations. It's insane." This unexpected success, while gratifying, also brought immense pressure and a demanding schedule that took its toll on Rick and his family. The constant filming and the need to maintain high energy and enthusiasm for the show became increasingly challenging. The pressure to keep up with the demands of production, combined with the responsibilities of managing the pawn shop, proved to be exhausting. The relentless pace started affecting Rick's well-being and personal life. The toll of balancing the show, the shop, and his personal life became increasingly visible, raising concerns about how much longer he could sustain this level of commitment. Rick's burnout contributed significantly to the show's uncertain future. His pivotal role and the unique dynamic he brought to the show were irreplaceable. Fans and producers alike were concerned about the show's sustainability without Rick's full engagement. His fatigue highlighted the broader challenges of maintaining a long-running reality TV show, where the pressures of constant performance can weigh heavily on even the most dedicated individuals. As Rick grappled with the immense pressure and the demands of the show, it became clear that the future of Pawn Stars hinged not just on its popularity, but also on the well-being of its central figures. Rick's acknowledgement of his burnout opened up conversations about the longevity and future direction of the show, making it a critical factor in the ongoing narrative of Pawn Stars. However, in 2021, the fans took a sign of relief and excitement when the announcement was made that their production would continue and the 17th season would be completed. After a long legal battle and a plethora of permissions, the crew and cast managed to get the wheels of production turning again on the 22nd of March, 2021. But the road wasn't smooth. The pandemic came with numerous challenges and difficulties, disrupting the filming schedules. The crew and cast had to make themselves familiar with the new safety protocols, including social distancing, COVID-19 tests, and a modified production process. Nevertheless, the crew and cast worked their way through the hardship and completed the 17th season of The Pawn Star. Fans were ecstatic for the comeback and the viewership was off the charts. Everyone loved each episode given that everyone was stuck in their homes. All they did was watch these shows. The season was a huge success, and it made the fans hope that Rick and the others would continue to come out with more seasons, entertaining the viewers for a long time. Another pleasant surprise was the return of Chumley. Despite facing massive legal issues and battles in the previous years, his return to the show was warmly welcomed by the fans, and it was a historic moment in the Pawn Stars' history. His participation in the 17th season not only enhanced the entertainment value, but also highlighted the cast's close-knit relationships and their collective strength in supporting each other through personal and professional challenges. But like all good things, the Pawn Stars had to come to their end eventually. In June 2022, the 21st season of the show aired, which also marked its last season ever. Nobody knew that this was going to be the end of the Pawn Stars, but given that Rick was clearly exhausted, Chumley was facing legal troubles. Rick himself was caught in a nasty lawsuit filed against him by his mother, and the absence of the old man from the show. It was somewhat expected that the show would end very soon. In 2023, it was officially revealed that the Pawn Stars had come to its end. And while the shop is still there and business continues as normal, the TV show that had entertained and spread knowledge to millions over the course of more than a decade was finished. The compelling storylines, intriguing historical insights, and amazing interactions between the cast members and the customers are still missed by every Pawn Stars fan to this day. In 2024, Rick Harrison also experienced a devastating loss when his brother, Joseph Kent Harrison, passed away due to Huntington's disease. Although his brother was never associated with the show and never even made a presence on TV, Rick shared a close bond with him, and his demise was heartbreaking for Rick and the whole Harrison family. In an interview after the show's end, Rick himself said that he did not expect for the show to go on for such a long time. He stated, "I thought I'd get maybe a season or two out of this. The show has far exceeded any expectations I ever had." He shed light on the undeniable fact that while he did not expect much, his determination, amazing knowledge, and the great cast he had to help him with everything made it possible for the show to go on for 21 seasons. Looking back at the amazing journey of the Pawn Stars, Rick Harrison, Richard Harrison, Corey, and Chumley have given us one of the most entertaining and addictive family TV shows in history. Despite their personal problems, they continued to entertain their audience, and for that, everyone has nothing but love for them. Although the show has come to an end, one thing is for sure: Pawn Stars will never be forgotten, and it will be watched on repeat till the end of time. Do you have any favorite memories associated with the Pawn Stars? Let us know in the comments below. If you like this video, hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon so you are notified as soon as we upload our next video. Thanks for watching.